For many of us, work is a large part of what we do. And I think we all want to see the value of what we put into it and have that return to us. And when you own part of the business and you do something that massively increases the value of that business, there's a complete difference in the way you make decisions about how you work. I'm Meena, I'm the co-founder of Different. We are a property management home company based here in Sydney, Australia, and we're coming to you from our home in Paddington.
I'm Rowan, and I'm one of the co-founders of Different. We've been operating this business for, 5-6 years now. It's been good fun so far.
Different, we think of our mission is one to take care of homes and the people who live in them. We think that's a really valuable and important mission, and we want to make sure that we take the steps towards ultimately being able to get there. We really wanted to start Different in Australia. We felt like it was the best market that we could create that kind of business in, where it would be incredibly successful.
So many Australians have created wealth and secured the future for their family through property.
One of the things that I think is unique about Australia, especially with regards to investment property ownership, is how distributed it is. But for many Australians, actually, they have one, maybe two investment properties, and I think it's the growth of capital in those areas. It's often one of the biggest sources of wealth creation for yourself and for your family, and it's a way to be able to, I think, provide generationally as well, which is really exciting. I have found for myself that I think the biggest source of wealth creation is actually having a business and being fortunate enough to be part of startups and be part of companies from very, very early days and own some segment of that company.
I think what you want your team to do is think like owners, and the best way to have them think like owners is to, well, make them owners. When we think about sort of how we invest, obviously, we look towards Asia. The growth story of Asia and the demographic dividend is very, very clear. Not just in East Asia, but throughout Asia, including South Asia. But of course, again, with that same diversification lens in mind. When people are young, it's really, really great to have some skin in the game, take some risk. The thing that is going to create wealth is often going to be a rather concentrated event. Maybe you're an early employee at a startup, or maybe you start a business yourself. You invest in property and you grow. You start with one property and you sort of grow from there. As we get older, the importance of diversification becomes very clear. Good advisors with their networks and with their reach are able to find good opportunities that meet one's investment objectives and their goals. And I think that the importance of having really good advisors, really good trusted advisors, and those relationships that you build over years, and having those folks around you is critical to securing one's financial future and being able to sleep at night.
As a child of immigrant parents, there's kind of a sense of how you should have a professional career and what you should do and the way in which you should work and progressing up the ladder. And I think often what we hear from our parents, we think that it's the future and it's the way we learn to be true. And I think that work has changed so drastically over the course of the past sort of 15, 20 years. So I think for us, like, part of building a business and making it successful is showing our children absolutely the value of what that can create for them, and hopefully having them take on that responsibility and be able to do it for themselves for the future.